Good morning, guys. Welcome to another video. Just waking up, but somebody's in my car. I don't know if they're trying to, what's going on here, but guess who it is. What up?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Dude, what are you doing in my car?
I don't know, something about this car. I just woke up and I was like, you know, I think I want to get a street car.
It's not like you didn't wake up in a Bugatti, but you woke up in a PSX.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll even line up with that Bugatti.
So, Wayne came over to check out the rides, talk some little shop again. So this is, I guess, part 2. He invited me over to his garage, and I said, hey, why not come over to my garage? So we're here. He's in the car. He's all, dude, I gotta sit in this car. I'm like, dude, jump in it. Obviously, his car's a race car, so this is Fast and Furious car, but it has interior, so it's a little bit different feel for it. So he's having flashbacks to when his car had full interior in it. How long ago was that?
Full interior, I would say full interior probably like 10 years, easy.
Okay.
Easy.
So it's been a while since his car had full interior, so he's like, dude, I gotta sit in it. And not only that, but he's familiar with a lot of the stuff in here because his car has the truss Grady shift knob.
Same shift knob, same set of gauges, same gauges, the pods, even the same Indiglo gauge clusters.
But wait a minute, it's not Indiglo.
Oh, they're not Indiglo.
Because this is a 99.
Oh, that's right.
In 1999, they came with silver gauge faces.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
So yeah, a lot of you guys know that. A lot of you guys didn't know that. So 99 did come. 99 and the 99 GS with the OZ Rally Edition had the silver gauges. But yeah, so we're gonna be in here doing talking about the white Eclipse. Oops, almost knock you guys out. Stay tuned. Let's see if I can get some cool footage. I will do so. But this is just more of a meet get together. He showed me his garage, his cars, and now he's here looking at my cars, having some flashbacks. So let's see what we could get out of this.
Was making any type of performance parts. Truss was making like OEM stuff. Like they were making OEM oil filters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Things like that. So that's how far back Truss goes. So when you see something with Truss on it, it's like, oh, you know, that's like original, you know, game changing stuff.
Yeah. So all the hard pipings is there. Obviously the skinny.
Oh yeah, I see your engine.
Yeah. So you see the engine intake. So I was sponsored by Engine, and like I mentioned to one of my other videos, I personally knew the co-owner of Engine Technology, and they made that intake without the return pipe.
Oh, so it wasn't recirculating.
No recirculating. Yeah. Okay. So that was custom made for me.
Because I capped mine when I had that. I had to cap mine because it had the recirculating.
Yeah, everybody had to cap theirs, and so I didn't want that. So I said, "Is there a way we could remove that?" And he said, "Yeah." So they went ahead and just did that pipe for me for this Eclipse here. And then obviously the Grady blow off valve is right next door, but look at right next to it. But look at the headlights.
Yeah, I see those headlights.
Wayne has the same headlights of projector headlights, the OG ones. Right, hidden right there. So those headlights are OG stuff. Like you can't even get those no more. Just like the white clear tail lights. But yeah, and check out my front license plate, the original from the dealership, San Diego Mitsubishi. So yeah, I have a little bit of here and there. I don't have too much Eclipse stuff in this house, but
this is all you need. You don't need much.
Yeah, it could probably it would read that it's cleared.
Yeah, see, because what you're saying is that when you take it to your, and it's funny because, you know, California's emission stations, they have a funny way of pulling out and looking at old codes to get these cars not to pass, you know. So it's, you know, but that's a different situation. But it seems like when they run through some of these cycles, like the things they do actually pull codes, makes the codes pop up. So
yeah, it could be right. So a lot of you guys said and you guys gave me links on car emissions that certain cars won't pass smog. No matter what you do, it won't cycle. So obviously I've done that. Referee also gave me a card saying, hey, you have to take this car back to the dealership and have the dealership run this process, and if it can't pass through them, then obviously there has to be another option. They would have to update the computer and stuff like that. If they can't fix it, then take it back to the referee and say they couldn't fix it. But the problem is that Mitsubishi dealerships are charging me X amount of dollars just to take a look at it, and I think that's unfair for Mitsubishi to do that, because not only to all Mitsubishi owners, because that's a factory issue, right? But especially this car, because I did buy it brand new, so there isn't like, oh, he bought it from the 10th person, right? No, this is like the car I bought from the dealership. So they were like, no, we're gonna have to charge you 150, 120 bucks just to take a look at it, plus whatever's wrong with it, you're gonna have to pay for it. I'm like, yo, that's not fair. So then I pretty much told him to go sit on a bench in a nice way. But man, so that's where this is at. And yeah, so we've had another DSM guy his DSM come over and check the computer and try to allow it to set the monitors to the right positions, and for whatever reason this car wouldn't accept it. It wouldn't allow it to happen. So the next thing would be is possibly swap out the ECU with another Eclipse one and a turbo one and go from there. But yeah, we'll go ahead and see what happens. So yeah, just talking shop around these cars. So
basically, like I was having some of these similar problems with my first gens. You know, and you can imagine the ECUs in the first gens are way older than, you know, what you would be having there. And what I found out is that sometimes inside these ECUs the capacitors go bad, right? Some of these capacitors and some components on the circuit board would go bad, and it's like, you know, and it's funny because that's when you start seeing like new companies come out, like I think it's like, you know, DSM Link and things like that. They come in and they go into your OEM, they go into your factory computer and start making changes. You know, now you can run bigger injectors and things like that. You know, so what I'm saying is that these, you know, 20-something-year-old ECUs are actually circuit boards when you open them up.
Correct. And
sometimes some of these pathways on these, because they're PCB boards, sometimes the pathways go bad, and sometimes even capacitors go bad. So, which is real common in like the first gens, right? So then it's like, you would have to be able to open that up to determine if anything's going bad. Because say for example, something's wrong with that whole track for the evap system, and it's not even allowing the check engine light to cycle or do whatever, and it's holding you there because, yeah, the ECU has that issue. Because we already know the wiring's good, right? I mean, we can easily connect, you know, voltage meters and all that stuff to check the wiring. That's not the issue. We can check the sensor itself, no problem. But if the whole system isn't cycling, to me, I'm going to say, well, heck, you know, the car hasn't changed in all these years. Everything's the same. You know what I mean?
But it would even pass smog. It would pass smog even with intercooler piping and blow-off.
Yeah.
It would still pass it.
Yeah.
It won't throw a check engine light.
Like I was saying, currently, for the intake manifold, for what you're trying to do, you know, you can go with pretty much any cat or sheet metal type intake manifold that you like. Then you just got to figure out what type of throttle body you want to run. You know what I mean? Like I would, depending on what you're trying to do, you can go with a 70mm throttle body. You know what I mean? And that makes it nice and easy to go with your.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's just whatever's out there that is. How can we support the aftermarket industry?
Yeah.
So that's going to be key, right? Because that's what the purpose of this car is. Say, hey, we're going to SEMA, or this is going to SEMA. I want eyeballs attention on this.
Yeah.
You are still creating parts for this. And
that's right.
And when you do that, and then I want to help bring eyes and attention to you. You guys are already at shootout.
Yeah.
You guys are already like at these certain special events, but you're not at maybe a SEMA with the car.
Yeah.
Because there hasn't, I don't know, I haven't been to SEMA like only the last 2 years, but the last 2 years I've never seen an Eclipse there. And I don't even know how long it's been since an Eclipse has been there. And I've never had this type of push. That's what I'm saying. I'm not creating something new. I'm not putting nothing new to it. What I'm doing is how I'm doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's making this build special. Is because how I'm doing it. and the people that are pushing me behind it. Where people have probably better Eclipses than I do, faster, better looking, everything, but they don't have the branding, marketing, and the community pushing it behind it. And that's what makes
the wave,
this
man.
special.
We're trying to make this wave with this guy right here.
Yeah. So I guess so. Then I'm gonna need. Obviously.
What I would do, because you actually want to drive this thing, you know, under a decent load, right?
Yeah. We just finished chit-chatting and going over a game plan, because obviously he's local, he knows about this car, he has a race car and it goes really fast. So he came over and we talked and kind of game plan what I should be doing with this car. So stay tuned. This was just a short video, maybe 1 minute, 2 minute, but hey, thanks for tuning in, thanks for subscribing, and stay tuned for what's coming with this car. I'm excited, so make sure to follow him on his Instagram, Harris4G63, and I think we're out.